friend, Pastor Paul Turner of the General Spirit Church. And Apostle Lay is pastoring now. God bless you. Apostle Lay is pastoring now. But I tell you, it's good for the church to have friends. And friends who don't see color, friends who don't see sexuality, friends who see God's people and know the importance of representing everybody who is a child of God. And so tonight we have our friends with us tonight, and they're going to come and bring us greetings in this order. I tell you, Senator Vincent Fort of District 39, Georgia State District 39. You know, I don't believe that Georgia or the Senate would be the same without his presence. There are those what I call quiet giants that have a voice in the state government that people have to recognize. And he is one of those persons. And, you know, you can call some people. I called his office to ask him to come. You know, some people you call, they take 2 or 3 weeks to call you back. And I got a call right back, Senator Ford, with his agreement to come tonight. So without any further ado, we're going to have Senator Vincent Ford. He's going to come first of all. And then my friend, Representative Keisha Waits. Let me tell you, churches, she is a friend to our church. And she is one of those two who's always at our beckoning call. And then Commissioner John Eves, Chairman of Fulton County. Amen. We're happy to have him tonight with us. I'm telling you, saints, you got to have friends. I remember when I first came to Tabernacle 20 years ago, and they used to talk about E.H. Dorsey, who was the pastor of Tabernacle back in the day. And they said Dorsey had the kind of impact that he could walk in different places of employment, and if his people didn't have jobs, he would tell them, hire them, and they would do it. He could walk into the state offices, and they would recognize him, and he had that kind of presence. And I'm telling you, it's important that the church has the kind of presence in our community that we can get stuff done. So without any further ado, we're going to have in that order Senator Vincent Fort, Representative Keisha Waite, and Chairman of Fulton County, John Eves, in that order. God bless you.
Thank you for those kind words, Pastor, to this great pastor and this great church, Bishop, all ministers of the gospel, my good friends in elected office. I am bringing greetings from the state Senate in the state of Georgia. I am very glad to be here, not only as an elected official. In my real life, I'm an academic, I'm a teacher. And as a matter of fact, I used to be assistant editor of the King Papers Project. So it is entirely appropriate that I'm here this evening with you to talk about and recollect and to give ourselves a charge for the future. But I will tell you, I am not a devotee of the quiet king or the passive king. You know, sometimes we distort our heroes. And Dr. King has been kind of diluted in my estimation. I'm a devotee of the resistant king, the king that spoke truth to power, the Dr. King that was not afraid to confront evil, because Dr. King knew that silence with evil was what? Collaboration with evil. So I am a student of the resistant king. And I'm glad to be there. As a matter of fact, I take that very seriously. I'm out on bond right now for protesting. So I'm not reluctant to put my body on the line. And that's why we've organized Moral Monday, I'm going to be short. I'm not going to talk long. I'm just supposed to give short greetings. But I want you to know that we need your help. When I heard the passage from Matthew talk about you, I was sick and you didn't come see about me. We need to tell that to Nathan Deal. We need to tell Nathan Deal that there's sick folk and he needs to come see about them. And he needs to expand Medicaid so 650,000 of God's children can have health care. So, in the spirit of the resistant king, I bring you greetings. And I'm going to close with a short story. How many of you seen the TV movie Roots? If you haven't seen it or your children haven't seen it, make them watch it. But one of the climatic scenes in Roots is where Kunta Kinte, who has been stolen from his homeland and brought to the United States, they tie him up and whip him because he will not give up his name. They want to call him Toby, and he stays attached to his African name, Kunta Kinte. And they whip him, and the blood starts flowing down his back. And they say, "What's your name?" He says, Kunta Kinte, and they give him the lash some more. And he says, "No, I'm Kunta Kinte," and they give him more of the lash, and the blood just falls from his wounds. And then you have Fiddler, his friend, after he concedes finally and says, "Oh, I'm Toby," they cut him down into the arms of Lou Gossett, the actor who played Fiddler. And he says to Kunta Kinte, "What you care what they call you?" And this wasn't in the script, Pastor. This was God talking. It wasn't even the script. He said, "What you care what they call you? You know who you is. What you care what they call you?" As the last few inches of film went through the camera, Fiddler said, "There's gonna be a better day. There's gonna be a better day." And Dr. King sacrificed so much so that we could have what? A better day. But I'm here to tell you that it may be a better day, but it's not the best day. We've got a long way to go. And I stand here to tell you we can either go forward or go backwards. I have nothing to do with going backward. Forward together, backward never. God bless you and thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I can tell you following Senator Ford is very, very difficult before or after, so I'm trying to decide should I have went first. I bring you greetings on behalf of the Georgia House of Representatives, so welcome to District 60. To the various heads of the ministries represented, thank you for the invitation. To my colleagues, thank you for being here as well. And again, I get to serve with an amazing man, the Chairman, John Eves, as well as Senator Vincent Ford. Thank you. This evening is so special for so many reasons. I believe that many of us, specifically in this room, we get to live our truth because of the work of Dr. King, right? And so I can say to you in 2014 that I stand here as a proud, same-gender loving, gay woman in 2014 because of the work of Dr. King. I can say that. I don't have to live my life in fear, and I can serve my truth. But I'll be brief. As I said the last time I was here, I never thought that I would live to see an African-American president. I'm 41. Never thought I would see Don't Ask, Don't Tell be repealed. Never thought I would see that. Never thought I would see the recent Supreme Court decisions that have come down. And certainly with people like Senator Vincent Ford, with our chairman, we have much work to do, and it will happen in my lifetime and in yours. So I bring you greetings. I thank you for the invitation. I thank you for the work that you do. Both of these ministries, all four of them have actually impacted my life when I was back there having a good old time. And so I certainly look forward to representing you in the Georgia House of Representatives and living our truth. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everybody. It certainly is my pleasure and my honor to be here as chairman of the largest county in the state of Georgia. And when Pastor Meredith was introducing me, I felt like some of y'all didn't know who I was. Isn't this church in Fulton County? Well, I represent you. And I want to commend Pastor Meredith and Bishop Allen and Reverend Williams and Reverend Turner for coming together for this King celebration. Somewhere in the Bible it says, "Behold how good and how pleasant it is for brothers and sisters to come together in unity." And so I want to thank you for your sign of unity in terms of bringing your respective congregations for this moment in time. It is my pleasure again to bring greetings on behalf of our wonderful county as we give homage and celebration and reverence to our native son, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And Pastor Meredith, about 50 years ago, Dr. King, when he received his Nobel Peace Prize in Oslo, Norway, he said these following words: "The richer we have become materially, the poorer we have become spiritually. We have learned to fly the skies like birds. We have learned to swim the seas like fish, yet we have not learned to live with our brothers and sisters in peace and in harmony." And those words that were echoed 50 years ago, my friends, still resonate today in 2014. As I sit as chairman of Fulton County, I know that we have a wonderfully diverse county, but there's some folks who, in the northern part of the county, who want to break away from us because of race and class. And so if you think that racism and classism no longer exists, it still occurs today. As chairman of Fulton County, I also oversee a criminal justice system budget in which we spend over $100 million a year on a jail. And my heart breaks when I see that 90% of the folks who come through our jail are African American male. Something is wrong, my friends. And I have a son who just graduated from high school in Atlanta at Mays High School, in which he told me that when he was in the 9th grade, there were 750 people in his freshman class. And Pastor Meredith, when he graduated on May the 24th, there were only 350 people who graduated. So only less than half of the people who started graduated from high school. And so, my friends, I say something is wrong. And when I sent my son off to Morehouse College on August the 1st at 7:00 p.m., I dropped him off with pride, happiness, and joy. But guess what? 2 hours later, he had been robbed at gunpoint. So, my friends, I want you to know that there's still work to be done. Still work to be done in terms of getting our young men and our women to see the value of education. Still work to be done in terms of promoting peace and harmony in our communities. And so as we go through the King holiday celebration, let us recommit ourselves to spreading love, peace, and harmony within our communities, within our neighborhoods, within our city, and within our county. It's my pleasure to be here and have a good King holiday weekend.